Sweet, sweet Trinidad and Tobago. This vacation was so memorable. We flew directly right into Port of Spain, and then we hopped on another short flight to the beautiful island of Tobago. We stayed in the cutest Airbnb, which if you're looking for a really authentic feel of the island, I highly recommend doing an Airbnb. So after checking in, we immediately went to the beach, and here we're at Store Bay Beach, which has a lot of shops and restaurants. And from the minute we arrived in Tobago, we just felt so welcomed. The energy here is just so positive and so refreshing. So here we are swimming in the rain. They have rain showers there like a couple of times a day, and that just did not stop us. It was like more of a reason to go in the water. Island puppies, my favorite. They were so sweet. This one was like our little adopted dog for the week. Going out here is just so carefree. You could literally show up in whatever, dance however, and just enjoy yourself to the fullest. Our Airbnb host actually brought us out our first night to this bar called Jade Monkey, and we just had way too much fun. It was like the perfect introduction to Tobago. One of my favorite things about being on a Caribbean island is the availability of coconuts. They are everywhere and they're so good and so refreshing, especially if you drank the night before and are planning to be in the hot sun all day. So this day we spent the entire day at Pigeon Point Beach, and when we first got there they had a huge buffet of like curry chicken, lentils, cassava, salad. It was so delicious. TNT food is so freaking good. I think it's like my new favorite cuisine. We kept running into these cops all around the island, and they were hilarious. They like forced us to put on these bike helmets, and we just looked ridiculous. We are out here in Tobago right now.
Tobago, west side. We're in the west side of Tobago, Crown Point, Pigeon Point Beach. It's me, Romario, you know. I'm just the guy that puts the excitement in the holiday. Don't be mad at me.
We just sat on the beach literally from sunup to sundown, dancing, having drinks, and just having great conversation with locals.
I love soca. I love soca. Jump and wave.
So on this day, our friends took us beach hopping and on like a full island tour of Tobago, and it was so beautiful. We got to see historic sites, we got to learn a lot of history about the island, and we even passed through an elementary school and cheered on some of the track stars.
Woo!
The residential areas of the island were so pretty. Everything is so colorful. Like every house is a different color. So our friends brought us to the highest point in Tobago, which I really recommend doing. Just doing a full island tour in general just gives you such an appreciation, even more for the locals and the land. Everywhere we went around the island, we just attracted herds of dogs, which I was okay with. So this is Castara Beach, which kind of reminded me of Store Bay because it had some shops and restaurants to eat.
Yep, we're liming. Making some rum punch. Homemade. Not homemade, actually, beach made.
A little strong.
Beach punch.
Anywhere you go in Tobago, you can bring your rum punch with you, so that's what we did, and it saved us a lot of money. So here we were overlooking Englishman's Bay, and this beach in 2010 won first place for the most beautiful beach in the Caribbean, and you could just see why. It's almost as if every beach is like your own private beach. This one was just especially beautiful. The waves were huge. When you're in the ocean and you look back out, all you see are palm trees and coconut trees.
Wonderful feeling to share with others, all my brothers and all my sisters. Today we begin with them. We party in sun or rain, we don't care what the people say. Once the music hit the vein, so much powers I can't explain. Until I pull that.
So our next stop on the island tour was this hidden waterfall, and we had to hike through the rainforest to get there, and it was so nice, like so secluded. The water was freezing though, and it was actually fresh water. And we ended our island tour just so appropriately, drinking rum punch and dancing to soca music in the sunset. Doubles, the food that I miss the most from Tobago. It was so good. This is what a typical breakfast would consist of, is doubles. It's like fried dough with a chickpea and mango chutney filling. So after we had our doubles, we headed to the Cool Runnings boat, and that's where we started our tour and our journey to the nylon pool. And the boat was really cool because it had the glass bottom so you could see the reef and all that, but it actually made me pretty seasick looking down. We also went to the Bucco Reef, and the current there was so strong we all had to wear life jackets, and it was really pretty just to see all the fish and the reef. So the nylon pool is actually a beach in the middle of the ocean, and the sand is coral reef sand, so everyone takes the sand and completely exfoliates their skin.
So Lizzie wants photo. Lizzie wants all the videos for her daily trips. So
yes.
Everything she does daily, she get the camera, get the phone working. Yeah, respect.
So I was actually trusted to take out the jet ski, of course, with Jerome's supervision. But it was so fun just going like 70 miles an hour on open water. So the rest of our boat trip was so relaxing. We just sat on top of the boat, chatted with the other people on the boat, and watched the sun go down, and then prepared for our crazy night ahead. It was actually our last day and our last night in Tobago. So we told our friends there how much we would die to see Machel perform in Tobago, and then it turns out he ended up actually having a show, so we bought tickets, and this was our last night in Tobago at Soca Spree.
Tobago.
at Soca Spree until 6 a.m. Our flight to Trinidad was at 8:30, and we were convinced we were going to miss our flight, but we eventually made it to Trinidad on time. And here's just a few views of the skyline and a view of our delicious ceviche and roti. So that night in Trinidad, we met up with friends and went to the White Fete, and it was so much fun. It was a cooler party, so you could just bring your own alcohol. Everyone was just whining, having a great time. The energy in there is just something I cannot describe.
We're gonna spend some time together. Walk on the road. Walk on the road. Walk on the road. Yeah. Everybody's feeling. Just look hard for yours.
So we left the fete at like 4 a.m. to go and get fry bake, and it's like a breakfast item. It was so good. And then the next morning, we woke up early to go to Maracas Beach. So one of the famous food items there is shark and bake, and it's literally deep fried shark on a bun with all these amazing sauces and condiments.
Ladies, Michelle,
Hey.
Lizzie, and Sarah. We haven't decided their Caribbean nicknames yet,
Yeah.
but for the first time they're eating shark and bake. Come on ladies, do it. Do it. Remember, after biting, masticate well before swallowing. How was that?
Good.
Oh yeah. Look at the looks on their faces.
And if you're wondering, the shark and bake definitely got our stamp of approval. So after spending the day on this beautiful beach, we went to our friend's house and just chilled by the pool.
Last day. The sun's going down.
Just liming by the pool. Trinidad and Tobago was seriously one of the best places that I've traveled to so far. The locals that we met that turned into friends, the food, the vibes, just everything about this place is truly paradise. And a special shout out to every single friend that we made there. You guys are all amazing and made our trip so memorable. We can't wait to be back.
We love Tobago. I love soca. I love soca. Jump and wave. That's all we have to say.